Namaste, Julie, good afternoon. Myself, Alex Sijeria, I'm head of the Indian Y20 delegation and head of delegate affairs for the U20 secretariat. We are really proud to be having our pre-summit in Leh, and all the delegates are really charged up. Again, I'd like to reiterate what our seniors and mentors at the G20 secretariat in the line ministry has said, that what we are seeing right here is a phenomenal participation. We've got over 100 delegates from 30 plus countries. Now the significance of it can be seen from the fact that this is one of the most inclusive and diverse Youth 20 meetings in the history of Y20. Being part of the Y20 OCs and the culture that has been continuing for the past 10 to 12 years, I can guarantee you all that this is for the very first time that we are seeing such an enormous amount of participation, which was not seen earlier, even in main summit. So this is, in the pre-summit we have received this participation. And why it is significant and how it goes into the broader paradigm of what India is trying to do is that we have got all the we've got G20 countries on board, we have got the guest countries on board, and also the invited organizations to come, which means that countries which were hitherto not invited or not part of the U20 meetings are now being represented, and the outcome that would come out of U20 would be very significant. Now when we talk about U20 and its significance among the broader engagement groups, we can realize from the fact that U20 is one engagement group which lies at the intersection of most of the other engagement groups and society paradigms. Because youth in itself is a segment that is part of the other engagement groups. So when we talk about women, there are youth. When we talk about scientists, there are young scientists. When we talk about businesses, startups, in every sense, youth is a stakeholder. And that is why when we even look at the themes that have been chosen, that would be deliberated now over the next 5 days, they are all encompassing and broadly touch on most of the agendas that India's G20 presidency is trying to take forward. We'll take an example. When we talk about the theme of climate change and disaster risk reduction, making sustainability a way of life, we talk about the very significance of our future in terms of climate action. But climate action not just in terms of what you're demanding and requesting the governments, but also in terms of what the youth in itself can contribute. We talk about Mission Life, which has been taken on. So broadly, what we'll be having over the next 3 days, as Pankaj sir also said, is parallel negotiation on each of these 5 tracks, where the delegates from all the countries would be discussing, deliberating, and trying to build a consensus over what exactly is the youth voice.
Thank you.
Because the voice of the youth needs to be considered on global platforms and needs to be accounted for in policy making. What interestingly Youth 20 has also done is not just restrict itself to India, but try to communicate and collaborate with other youth engagement platforms across the globe and become the collective voice of the global youth. Because India's G20 presidency, what we are trying to achieve is becoming a bridge between the global north and the global south. And with the U20 pre-summit, we have been able to have participation from all the different segments and try to fulfill that agenda. In that sense, we feel that U20 pre-summit is going to be a major success, and in fact, with the participation, it already is. We are also grateful to the Leh administration for the wonderful welcome that was given to us. All the delegates from all the countries are really charged up, and if we have to share the reviews of some of the delegates, they're saying that they haven't seen something as grand, eloquent and beautiful as the welcome that was accorded to them, the accommodation, the facilities and everything that has been provided. So what we can surely say is that when these delegates go back, they would be talking about India, they would be discussing, and Youth 20 in itself would be a major agenda setter. Thank you.